Welcome to Keep It Local, a program produced by the Greater Beverly Chamber of Commerce and BevCam TV. I'm your co-host, John King, a chamber member and owner of Headway Strategies, helping individuals and organizations make headway towards their goals more consistently.
And I'm Leslie Gould, Executive Director of the Greater Beverly Chamber of Commerce, serving Beverly, Danvers, and surrounding communities.
Mortgage rates are the highest in 20 years, which makes it challenging for new home buyers and refinancers. David Lopes of the Loan Depot will share with us current trends and alternatives in the mortgage industry.
Many of us will be faced with caring for one or two aging parents. If you need additional support so they can stay in their home safely, Mark Fratto of HomeWell will share his professional expertise regarding the necessary services and peace of mind they provide individuals and families. Our Keep It Local TV show is proud to have Big A's Home Improvement as our primary sponsor, but we think it's time we promoted the owner himself, Sean Anderson. With over 20 years as a general contractor on the North Shore and Metro Boston, he's done every job big and small. We'll have him here in the studio, and he'll talk about his business, the challenges, and his extensive community service.
And we have a new member of the chamber staff.
Yes, we do.
And
Donna Musamichi, our
All
new
right.
Communications and Membership Manager.
She will be here on stage with us, and we will be talking about her background and how he sees her new role at the chamber.
Absolutely. And now a word from our sponsor, Sean Anderson from Big A's Home Improvement, and we'll be right back after that.
Hi, my name is Sean Anderson with Big A's Home Improvement. We are a proud sponsor of the Greater Beverly Chamber of Commerce Keep It Local show. We specialize in all sorts of residential, bathrooms, kitchens, additions, second levels, finished basements. You can reach me at 857-891-2589. Once again, that's 857-891-2589. Or you can email me at Sean, SEAN_BIG_A @yahoo.com. Feel free to reach out anytime. Thank you very much.
Okay, well, thank you, Leslie. I'm back here. I'm here with Dave Lopes, and Dave's with the Loan Depot. And you're located, unfortunately, your address says Portsmouth, but
Correct.
you really service the Beverly area. So
Correct.
why don't you
Right.
give us some background as to your experience in that industry?
Yeah, well, I've been in the mortgage industry now for 30 years, and I came to Loan Depot for technology purposes. You know, most lenders were gearing up for that over the years, and I found Loan Depot to be very up to date with the technology. And then getting back to the Portsmouth, New Hampshire office, we did have a Danvers office, and because of COVID, we had to shut down Danvers, and we moved the sales staff up to Portsmouth, which was an existing office. So we go there for meetings and
But you
whatnot.
service this area.
Yeah, I've been
that-
servicing the greater North Shore, particularly the Essex County, because I grew up in Beverly, and that's just where my home, I still call my home, even though I do live in Newbury. But the Essex County is my primary territory.
Okay,
Yeah.
that's good.
Yeah.
It's good. And you've got family in town, obviously in Newbury, right?
Yeah, I do. Yeah, we're a family of four. My wife, Julianne, and my two daughters, and our dog, Piper. Let's not forget Piper.
Got to have a Piper.
Right, right.
I'm on my 9th dog.
Yeah, oh,
So
a rescue?
A rescue, yes. Yeah, he
Yeah,
came
Piper's
from
a rescue as
Hurricane Harvey. That's another story,
Right.
which the audience certainly doesn't get into right now. But let's
Right.
talk about you in terms of how'd you get into the mortgage business?
Well, yeah, that's a very good question. You know, back in the early 80s, Wang Laboratory was born, and fortunately I got into Wang Laboratories and served with them for about 3.5 years as a financial analyst. And
Okay.
Unfortunately, Wang went
Yep.
under,
Yep.
as we all know, and I didn't know what the heck I was going to do. But I found I found a good lead through the Boston Globe after they paid me the severance pay for 6 months, and I found Manufacturers Hanover Bank and Trust looking for financial specialist. Little did I know it was selling money, and I took the job. And that's how I got into it back in 1985, and I just never looked back. And I worked for a variety of lenders during the course of my 30-year career.
Okay.
Yeah.
What makes Loan Depot unique? You talked about technology. How does that?
Yeah,
how does that
Loan
make them
Depot.
unique?
Yeah, Loan Depot again came out in the industry 12 years ago, and they were all ex-bankers and people who already had been in the mortgage industry. And the innovator Anthony Shea is the sole owner of Loan Depot, and we just liked his vision and he was always thinking ahead, and and the technology played a big role in that. And let's face it, the millennials, we can conduct a whole mortgage application process by just doing it on your smartphone.
Okay.
So I kind of like that, and
So you
that's where
make
the
it-
business was going,
And you make it easier for the applicant.
making it easier for the
Yeah,
applicant.
and that's
Yeah.
important.
It is
That's
important.
That
Yeah.
is important.
Very
Okay.
much so.
Okay. And we've got different types of mortgages that people go after, and I know that, with the mortgage rates, we have to look at some options.
Right. So we have a variety of mortgage products. We do sell directly to Fannie Mae and Freddie Mac, who are the two federal agencies, as well as brokering loans for those loans that don't meet some of the criteria
Okay.
that Fannie Mae and Freddie Mac has. But we have the basic fixed rate, adjustable rate mortgages. We have VA loans, FHA loans, and they all differ with down payment requirements. Right now, Fannie Mae has the Home Ready program with a minimum of 3% down, as well as Freddie Mac offering the Home Possible. That requires 3% down, and then FHA is 3.5% down. But I like FHA because it's a little more flexibility with credit challenged borrowers.
Right.
So we're able to do loans for borrowers with a minimum credit score of 520, when other lenders are 580 in thereabouts.
So that includes mortgage insurance. They would have to do that as well.
That's correct. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. More PMI.
PMI.
Yeah.
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 Okay.
And thank God for PMI.
Yeah.
It gets people into
It
homes.
does. It gets them to a home. Gets
Yeah.
them to established.
Absolutely.
Those are good things. Well, I think we're getting pretty close on our time slot here, as I realize. But I want to
Yeah.
really thank you for coming in. Is there anything else you'd like to share with the group?
Well, we have a big emphasis on first-time home buyers right now.
Okay.
Fannie Mae came out, rolled out with a few flexible programs regarding median income in different counties. So a lot of when we take a deeper dive when we're interviewing, we need to know, what the total income is in the county that they're living in.
Okay.
Or looking to buy in.
Yep.
And therefore, if they fall under the threshold, there's a very good chance that we can offer them a lower rate and less cost.
Great.
Yeah.
Great.
So-
So we have your contact information. It'll be up on the screen.
Good.
You don't see it right now, but it will be up on the
Yeah,
screen. I promise
okay.
you, along with your logo for the company.
Right.
So with that, I'd like to thank you for coming in today and spending some time with us
Yeah.
and sharing your knowledge with the audience out
And
there.
thank you for having me.
Okay.
Yeah.
Very good. So we're back to Leslie now.
Okay, thanks, John. Well, we're here back in the studio with Mark Fratto. He is with HomeWell Care Solutions, and we are so grateful that you came in to join us today and talk a little bit more about your business. You've been a chamber member now for several years, and we really appreciate that. Talk to us about what all your services, like what does HomeWell Care Services provide the family? So many people, especially the baby boomers, they are aging out. We, people my age, are looking to say, oh my God, how can I help my parents as they age?
So HomeWell Care Services, we are a non-medical home care company, and we service, the North Shore, basically. So what we do is we come into a home and we provide services from companionship to full personal care. A lot of the other companies do the same as well. We all have that same realm. But HomeWell does it a little bit different. We have like more of an organic feel to the assessments and how we conduct our business.
So a lot of people think that this is also, as I just mentioned earlier, of course I'm thinking about my parents, but this isn't just for an elder population.
Yeah, correct. I mean, originally home care was designed for the elder population. It was really for someone to have a set of eyes on your parents when you weren't available, make sure everything is going okay, and then kind of report back. But, due to the conditions of the world these days, COVID, schedules, and, just a busy lifestyle for a lot of our folks, it's come a little bit more deep, a little bit more intense. So we do more of an approach. We try to make sure that we have all the needs, all the basic needs covered, and then from there we kind of dig a little deeper. We make sure that the common ideas and the common needs are taken care of. Grocery shopping. Doctor's appointments, which a lot of older folks don't want to attend. So we'll drive folks to the doctor's appointment. We'll step inside with them and, take some notes for the family as well. So it's kind of it's a holistic approach to care.
Well, it's so much more well-rounded than the way people actually think of in-home health care, if you will. You're really taking it to a different level, which is really, and that sort of segues into the next question, which how has HomeWell Care's services evolved over the years?
So we've adapted to the changing needs of the industry. It's really been an eye-opener since COVID hit. Lots of folks are in need of more services, and lots of folks are more busy these days, with their own families, trying to stay separated and making sure that everyone is safe. So we go in, we not only do the personal care and the companionship, but we help with bills, we set up appointments for the house, we help people get contractors in, we make sure that there's no sudden surprises, let's say, and their life kind of moves forward. We bring like peace of mind to the families, and that's really important. We experience that with our parents, and we bring that along to the business with us at all.
I mean, so all the things that you just mentioned, that takes a dedicated staff, that takes a staff. In today's challenging staffing, world, if you will, how are you finding your staff? Are you able to maintain your staff?
Yeah, so we're fortunate. So we're a family business. So my daughter is my administrative director, and she has a great grasp on, and you've met her, I'm sure.
Yeah, she's lovely.
She has a great grasp on what type of people we need and what type of people our population is looking for. We've just kind of, just evolved with the changes, basically. We have quality caregivers. We do background checks on them. They're folks that we would put in our own homes to care for our parents and grandparents and loved ones. And that's really what we kind of look for. Caitlin has done a great job with, producing a staff that is loyal to us, because it's a tough business, because it's transient. It's a transient business. So you have caregivers come and go. Usually 6 weeks is a normal, let's say, realm of working with a home care company. Sure. We have caregivers that have been with us for 6, 7, 8 years. So
that's fantastic.
We have a great group of folks, and we've been fortunate enough. Back in January, we acquired a training center in Amesbury, Mass. So we have the opportunity to train CNAs and home health aides, and they're state certified. And then not only for our staff, but we're helping alleviate the issues throughout the whole communities, because home care companies like ourselves, facilities, hospitals, everybody's in need of help.
Yeah.
So this is kind of a way for us to have a farm system for us, and then we can also give back to the communities by having some folks that they can rely on.
Well, we've only got about 30 seconds left, so I'm going to ask future goals for HomeWell Care services.
So our goal is just to continue our services. We want to make sure that we stay true to our roots. Trusted care and true compassion. It's really what our goal is. It's been a great ride for us, and it's great to be able to be in Beverly Farms, and taking care of some of the local folks. It's really a pleasure for us.
Well, I'm sure
we
that,
enjoy it.
And I'm sorry to interrupt you. I'm sure the community truly cares about your business and making sure that their family members are well cared for in the process. So thank you so much.
Correct.
I'm so
Well,
grateful
thank
that
you very
came
much.
in.
You as well. My
Yeah.
pleasure.
My
Thank
pleasure.
you.
All right, John, back to you.
Thank you, Leslie. I'm here with Donna, our newest chamber staff member, I should say it like that, and she's responsible for membership and communications. So why don't you give us a little bit of a background for the people, and you have some connections with town here for many years.
Yes, I do actually. Hello, everybody. I've been a member been a resident of Beverly for over 20 years. My husband's family actually had a business for decades, Sunray Bakery, if you want to go back in the day of Old Beverly. But yes, so I've been here for over 20 years. I love it, have seen so many changes and so much growth in Beverly. We raised our daughter here. And full circle, after a business career, mainly with the airline industry, hospitality and transportation, and then followed by higher ed, and then a city municipality in Newburyport, I went full circle and was able to get back to Beverly, call it local, and I've been thrilled. I had an opportunity to join the chamber.
And you had a secret way of getting into Beverly, I think, in terms of learning about the chamber before you made a commitment.
Well, I actually had done a short tenure with the board. I was on the board for a short while, and I had the opportunity to work with Leslie and Robin and the volunteers and just the whole group, and just loved it. It was
you got a
fabulous.
sense of what you were getting into before you got into it.
I did.
And
Yes, I did.
That's very good.
Yeah.
So why don't we talk a little bit about what's going to happen with membership? You're
Okay.
going to have, you had to have drive recently, sometime in the spring it was.
Yeah.
And we got how many members did we get out of that drive?
We got about, I want to say, at least a good dozen members.
That's
And
good.
it was really not, some of the drives we do are more extensive. This was sort of a quick one that we put together. We wanted to try to bring some people in. We're actually going to be doing another one in November. And when we do a membership drive, we actually have members come in and help us with that.
Right.
And we usually have some leads as to people who we want to try to bring in. And we try to connect those people with members that maybe are in a similar business. And then we do an offering of sorts to try to get people
I
to
thought might
join.
be is considering some of the business types of businesses you don't have,
Right.
and reach out to them.
Always looking to expand that.
Yeah,
yes,
looking
yes.
at that too. You've got a number of bankers, you've got a number of real estate people, but there's
Yeah.
other people who you don't necessarily have that might be worthwhile looking at.
Yep.
Okay, that's
We
good.
do that, yes. So we'll be doing one in November, and obviously, or not obviously, but typically we'll offer an incentive financially, and then we'll try to do some marketing opportunities for them that would not normally maybe would cost a fee, so to speak. So we might give you a free e-blast, which is something that gets distributed to the membership. They can promote their business, they can promote their organization, or maybe an event that they're planning to do, or something tied to their business at a
And
discount.
you've got a mailing list of what?
Over 1,200.
1,200 people.
Over 1,200, and we quite frequently, one of my roles, one of my jobs as the communications person is to get those e-blasts, get those informational docs out to everybody to see, and usually with some visuals. We do videos. We have a huge social media presence as well. We're
Right.
on Facebook, Instagram. Leslie, our director, she's fantastic. I think it's become something of a little side thing for her. She's so good at it. So we promote is the mission of
Right,
supporting
and that's
people
right.
in
I
our
mean, I think
membership.
that recently you've just published this, right?
Yeah, that's our
which is
2000
the 2023 Business Directory. Now, why is this important? Because it lists all the businesses that are members of the chamber.
That's right.
And some of those businesses might have specials
That's right.
for members. And I know I put something in a number of years ago as a special, if new members want to take advantage of, that's something they can do. And then the other thing, too, is that when I have projects around the house that my wife doesn't want me to do, but it needs to be done, I can reach out to this directory and find somebody who is a chamber
Who does
member.
windows? Who does this? Who
Right,
does yards?
right,
Who there's
right.
the whole array. Who can do
right.
my taxes? Who can who can
I
help me
go down
with
can go down that
financial
path.
services?
Right. And
The
so
whole
I can
gamut.
find somebody there, and I have a good sense that they're reliable, right? 'Cause
Yeah.
I trust the chamber.
Yeah. Well,
So
that's
that's
truth in that.
important. That's important. So we're just about out of time, but I wanted to thank you for coming in today and look forward to seeing you more as we work through in your new
Me
role
too.
with the chamber. And with that, I'm going to pass it off to Leslie to go back to our next interviewee.
Thanks, John. Well, now we're here in the studio with our Keep It Local TV show sponsor, Sean Anderson from Big A's Home Improvement. It is such a thrill to have you in the studio. Finally.
Thank you so much.
You are
Thank you
so
for having
welcome.
me. It's
Of
been about
course.
8 months.
Yeah, we finally got it done.
Thank you.
This is great. No problem. So first of all, Sean, how long have you been a general contractor?
General contracting, I've been doing since 2008. I was involved in carpentry and just being a small business owner for carpentry prior to that. And I figured that I could probably get more done with more help and bringing on more people. So we went ahead and we started enlisting subcontractors and more employees to help us out and help achieve that.
Okay, well, first of all, I should have mentioned too that you are located in Danvers, but you actually go out all over the North Shore in Metro Boston. Is that correct?
That is correct. We are willing to travel. We've gone as far as North Attleboro. We've gone down to Braintree. We've done some stuff in New Hampshire. We will go other places, but there's a lot of work here, and it's difficult to move around and get to those places efficiently.
So perfect segue. So you do jobs big and small,
We do.
right?
Yes.
So talk to us about right now, what is the demand and what kind of jobs are you working on so people get an idea of the kind of contracting that you do?
So a lot of the demand is, people aren't buying so much new homes and doing new work. They're working with what they have, going up a level or finishing a basement or adding an addition, living room, maybe a master suite. That's really popular right now. Where we do commercial as well, what I'm seeing is, a lot of grants towards those landlords that own commercial. So we're doing a lot of 4-family renovations for them, kitchens, baths, new roofs and such.
Wow, so you're doing it all.
We are.
So how booked out are you? Let's face it, because that's kind of the buzz in the home improvement world right now.
So at one point, we're a year out.
But for really good friends, you come over right away.
Sometimes.
Just kidding.
So right now, we've kind of paced it down. We haven't taken as many calls. We've kind of, said, listen, you can give us a call back in a few months, see where we're at. We're just too far out to actually put a schedule together. So right now, we're kind of coming into an area or time, I should say, where it's, about 3-4 months is the typical lead time to get us over.
Okay.
I can look at your job previously, though. I can get out there within a few weeks to look at your work.
Got it. So, what do you love working on? Do you like the decks? What do you, Sean, like working on? Is it the decks? Is it the kitchens, the bathrooms, or going up another level?
Yeah, I like to be outside, so decks, roofing. I don't mind roofing. I don't mind working hard. Going up another level, or just being outside in general, whether it's building a 2-car garage that's separate or, being on the roof.
So how do people find out about you?
Good question. We do some advertisement with the Greater Beverly Chamber. Thank you very much. And through sponsorships of, golf tournaments, this show, and some other things. Also, a big chain of referral.
Yeah.
Most of it's referral. It really is.
Well, we appreciate your support.
Thank you.
So I'm going to kind of wrap up with the last question. And you have always been very community service minded. You always do give back to the community. Let us know, what are some of the ways that you've allowed your business or yourself to really give back to the community? I'm going to go back to one specific project in Lynn with the navigators that you worked on, and I was so impressed with you then.
Yeah, we were heavily involved in Lynn area chamber, and we did with my friend Bill Terlecki. He wanted a new concession stand, and we built him a monster. He supplied material, I supplied labor. We then brought in local people to help us. We brought in Lynn Tech to do the electrical. We brought in the electrical department. We worked with their shop managers. And for most of the materials, we brought in local Walls of Decor, home decor group. We brought them in, the supply houses, Concord Electric up on the Linway. So we kept it local.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Thank you so much. And any other, do you give to the schools? I'm sure that you do.
Yeah, I mean, right now I'm involved in, I'm a Girl Scout cookie dad. I coach future Falcons down at the Danvers High School on Saturday mornings, and a few other things.
Well, so there you go.
Yeah.
Hey, thank you so much for coming in. We so appreciate you being a sponsor for the Keep It Local show. We really appreciate it so much.
Thank you. Thank you so much.
You're very welcome. And John, back to you.
Okay, we're back, the two of us this time, and we're going to do a wrap-up of some events here. Leslie, why don't you talk a little bit about what's going on at the Chamber since we last talked.
Sure. So Donna mentioned that we are going to be having a membership drive in November. And we are, of course, always looking to increase the membership because a strong business core for members is a stronger voice within the community. And
Right.
it means that we can do more for sure. But we also have, we'll have a mayoral debate coming up, hopefully. That will be in October. We will also be having our holiday after hours coming up in December. We also have a sip and shop with our Power of Women, which will be on November 13th. And that's going to be actually expanded into a 30 vendor women-owned business event. It's also going to serve as our after hours. So we're really excited about that
So
too.
can I attend that?
Yes, you can, because it's also going to serve as our business after hours for the entire Chamber of Commerce.
All right. All right.
Excellent.
Super. So we'll look for that. We'll look for that. How about your memberships? I'm not your certificate program. That
Oh,
you
I'm
set
so
up?
glad you asked. Yes, thank you, because we have here our gift certificate program has been officially launched, as we mentioned on our last show. And if you go out and buy a Greater Beverly gift certificate, this is an awesome gift for any kind of occasion, anyone at all. You would get this lovely envelope to and from. It's beautifully packaged. You'd open it up and you would see that you would have a gift certificate inside of it with a list of over 50 businesses that are participating. They're restaurants, retail, service-oriented, health and wellness. It's an awesome, awesome item. They look like this. This is not a real one, but they look like this. They come in $10, $25, and $50 increments, and people are buying them, which is awesome. When you see a sign like this, it means that they are sold here. And currently selling them, as we'll always be selling them, is Super Sub, Beverly Athletic Club, Anchor Home Medical, and the Chamber of Commerce.
And
Henry's. And
Henry's. And
Yes.
you mentioned, as you mentioned before, that the proceeds don't go to the chamber, they go to the business.
Correct. All of these gift certificates, it all goes, this is not a fundraiser for the chamber. This is a shop local initiative. One of the reasons why we call this show Keep It Local, because that's what we're trying to accomplish. We've probably sold several thousands in gift certificates since we've launched this program back in March, and the holidays are coming up. And we're excited. Great stocking stuffers, teachers' gifts, coaches' gifts. Thank your music teacher. I'll thank you, John.
Well, thank you.
I'll thank
you.
Donna.
Okay, so these are good things. And then the other thing we just mentioned, we were talking with Donna, is that this book is out.
Yes.
And this is a list of chamber members in the organization that you might want to look at if you're looking to get some project done around the house or for your business, what have you. Please reach out to any of our guests directly to see how they might help you and your business. And then thanks again to the supportive staff of BevCam for helping us deliver this programming, and to you for our audience. If you have ideas on a particular topic that you would like to hear about, or would like to better understand how the chamber membership can help your business, please reach out directly to Leslie at
lgould@greaterbeverlychamber.com.
With that, we want to remind you, whenever you are shopping, to keep it local.